Welcome to Legion Builds, where I guide you on how to bring your favorite fictional characters into Dungeons & Dragons. This video and all my content is made possible by my Patreon supporters, and it's dedicated to everyone who subscribes to my channel. You're all the reasons why this keeps going. Thank you. Join the Legion today at patreon.com/63rdlegion for free and help decide next week's new character. Joining my paid tiers allows you early access to my content, a shout out in my videos, and home-brewed 5e items for your games. It's time to return to the dark world of Castlevania to bring to life the ultimate vampire. That's right, it's time for Dracula. Dracula was, as I've already stated, the ultimate vampire lord. He was so terrifying and powerful that no one, human or immortal, dare cross him. If they did, they would be added to his amazing castle's growing yard decorations. All that changed when he met his true love, the fearless Lisa. For the first time in his immortal life, Dracula began to see the beauty in all things, and this sadly came crashing down when the church decided to burn Lisa alive as a witch after introducing medicine to help people. Yeah, that checks out with them. Dracula lost his mind in the literal sense of the phrase. 1 year after the murder of his wife, Dracula went on a rampage, killing everyone in the city where she died, and that was only the beginning. Dracula is armed with a wide variety of knowledge. This knowledge not only includes magic, but also technology. And when I say technology, I mean technology that can teleport an entire castle across the world. Amongst his magical knowledge is the understanding to create a portal network to teleport people across the world, electrokinesis, weather control, and of course his favorite, fire manipulation. Dracula can unleash literal firestorms that wipe out all life in their path. At least what's left of life after his castle teleports into the middle of a city, effectively causing a massive explosion. Of course, even if you can beat his magic, he is a vampire. This means he has super strength, speed, senses, immortality, and flight. For today's build, we'll be using the Player's Handbook and Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft. We're using standard point array to keep things simple, and we are multi-classing, so watch those stat minimums if you use another system. Make intelligence 15, strength 14, con 13, dex 12, charisma 10, and we're going to be dumping wisdom with an 8. I should say you have poor impulse control when you're angry, but who wouldn't decide to destroy humanity after losing the love of your life? Dracula is a vampire, one that would make Strahd worry and call him Sir. Well, actually he wouldn't. Strahd's an extreme narcissist, but that's beyond the point for this. Dhampir, found in Van Richten's, is a day-walking vampire. If you are using this build to make a villain, which 90% of you are, I know why I do this, take standard D&D vampires and use this build to alter it accordingly. Spider Climb gives you a climbing speed that equals your walking speed, which is 35 feet. Ancestral Legacy gives you 2 skills of your choice. Take Arcana and Religion. Deathless nature means you don't breathe. Dark Vision allows you to see in darkness out to 60 feet. Vampiric Bite gives you fangs, and they count as simple melee weapons you are proficient with. You use your con modifier for attack and damage, and you deal 1d4 piercing damage on the hit. If you are missing half your health or more, your bite attacks are at advantage. If the creature you're biting is an undead or a construct, you can empower the bite with one of 2 effects. You can regain HP equal to the bite damage, or gain a bonus to your next skill check or attack to the bite damage. You can empower the bite a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus. To finish out your lineage, you know the language Common and 2 more of your choice. For background, place +2 into strength and +1 into intelligence. For your origin feat, Tough gives you double your current character level in HP and then adds +2 HP to each level after. For skills, take history and stealth. To finish out your background, take any tool proficiency you want because you're good with all of them, but if this were me, I'd take Tinkerer's tools. Level 1 fighters start off with 2 skills. Take athletics and acrobatics. You are proficient in all melee weapons, armor, shields, and the saving throw strength and con. Fighting style gives you a fighting style feat. For this, unarmed fighting makes your unarmed strikes deal 1d8 plus strength and bludgeoning damage when you are holding nothing, 1d6 when you're holding something, and you can deal 1d4 bludgeoning damage to a creature you're grappling at the start of your turn. Second Wind lets you heal yourself with a bonus action by 1d10 plus your your fighter level. You can do this twice per long rest, but you regain 1 use at the end of a short rest. Weapon Mastery allows you to access the Weapon Mastery property of weapons you are proficient with, which is all of them. At the end of a long rest, you choose 3 weapons to access the Mastery property. You're a master of all weapons, but we never see you use any, so go with what you feel. Level 1 wizards begin with spell casting. You have a spell book that contains all the spells you know, and you're going to know a lot. At the end of a long rest, you can prepare a total number of spells from your spell book to use equal to the number located on your prepared spell column. You're going to start things off with 3 cantrips and 6 first level spells. But before that, Ritual Adept lets you cast any spell from your spell book with the ritual tag without preparing the spell that day. But you must have your spell book in hand to do so. Arcane Recovery allows you to regain used spell slots that equal half your wizard level at the end of a short rest. These recovered spell slots cannot be 6th level or higher. You can only do this once per long rest. For your spells, it's time for my favorite part of doing a wizard. Damn, is there a lot of spells. Firebolt launches a small fireball out to 120 feet and deals 1d10 fire damage on a hit. Shocking Grass allows you to electrocute people with your touch. Making a melee spell attack, you deal 1d8 lightning damage on a hit, and the target can't make attacks of opportunity until the start of its next turn. Chill Touch slashes out at your enemies with a melee spell attack, dealing 1d10 necrotic damage on a hit, and the target cannot regain HP until the end of your next turn. Burning Hands unleashes a wave of fire from you in a 15-foot cone, forcing a dex save on everyone within the cone and dealing 3d6 fire damage on a failure. Mage Armor gives you an AC of 13 plus dex for 8 hours when not wearing armor. Shield adds +5 to your AC with a reaction for 1 turn and automatically stops magic missile. Long Strider increases your movement speed by 10 feet for 1 hour. Feather Fall stops all fall damage by slowing down your descent for 1 minute with a reaction, taking no damage if you hit the ground before the spell is up. Cause Fear, found in Xanathar's, awakens true dread within a creature you can see within 60 feet. You force a wisdom save, and if they fail, they become frightened of you for 1 minute while you maintain this spell. A frightened creature has disadvantage on all attacks and skill checks they attempt while within line of sight of the source of their condition, and they can't willingly move closer to you. Level 2 wizards are scholars. You now have expertise in a skill, doubling the proficiency bonus to that skill. Place this into Arcana. For your new spells, Gift of Alacrity from Wildmount enhances your awareness for 8 hours and adds 1d8 to your initiative rolls. False Life gives you 2d4 plus 4 temp HP, and you can upcast this to gain +5 temp HP for each level you cast it at. You've hit character level 3, your spider climb is upgraded. You can now climb any surface, including ones upside down, and can do this leaving your hands free. Level 3 wizards now have access to their subclass, and let's charge up the fire and battle magic with Evoker from the player's handbook. Potent Cantrip improves your damage dealing cantrips. Now when you miss with a spell attack or the target succeeds on a saving throw, the target still suffers half the damage. Evocation Savant gives you 2 free invocation spells, and then gives you a free invocation spell every level after. Seriously, Wizards of the Coast looked at the wizard that can have a possible of 44 spells after 20 levels and said, more spells. These scripts just got a lot tougher for me. Thank the gods this is a multi-class. You also now have 2nd level spells for your invocation spells. Gust of Wind unleashes storm level winds in a 60-foot long, 10-foot wide line for 1 minute while you maintain this spell. Each creature within the line must make a strength save or be pushed back 15 feet from you. A creature that ends its turn within the line must make the save or be pushed back. A creature attempting to move against the line must spend 2 feet of movement for every 1 foot they move. As a bonus action, while this spell is active, you can change the direction of the line. Scorching Ray fires 3 fireballs out to 120 feet and deals 2d6 fire damage on a hit. Each fireball can target a different creature or the same creature. For your normal spells, Misty Step lets you vanish into a puff of smoke and reappear within 30 feet with a bonus action. Levitate allows you to move an object or creature, including yourself, vertically by 20 feet. For 10 minutes while this spell is active, you can raise or lower what is being affected by the spell by 20 feet. An unwilling creature must make a con save to resist the movement. Whatever is being affected by the spell, when the spell ends, it will gently lower to the ground and take no damage. Level 4 wizards earn our first ability score improvement, replace this into intelligence. For your new invocation spell, Darkness creates a 15-foot radius sphere out to 60 feet for 10 minutes while you maintain this spell. This sphere is pure magical darkness. Dark vision and non-magical light cannot pierce it. For your new spells, Invisibility turns you invisible for 1 hour while you maintain this spell. This will end early if you cast a spell, deal damage, or take an action. Flaming Spear creates a 5-foot radius sphere out to 60 feet from you for 1 minute while you maintain this spell. With a bonus action, you can move the spear out to 30 feet in any direction. Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere must make a dex save or take 2d6 fire damage. If the sphere hits a creature, they must make the save and the sphere stops. Let's see your annoying brat kid and his new friend stop this. Actually, no, they did stop it. You get a new cantrip here. Have fun choosing. You've reached character level 5, raise your proficiency bonus to +3. Firebolt, Shocking Grasp, and Chill Touch now deal 2 damage dice each. Level 5 wizards gain Memorize Spell. You can now replace one first level spell you have prepared with another first level spell at the end of a short rest. You also gain third level spells. For your invocation spell, Fireball unleashes a massive explosion out to 150 feet from you, exploding into a 20-foot radius sphere. Every creature within the sphere must make a dex save or take 8d6 fire damage. For your new spells, Fly grants you a flying speed of 60 feet for 10 minutes while you maintain this spell, and you can hover. Haste allows you to speed yourself up. For 1 minute while you maintain this spell, your speed is doubled, you gain +2 to your AC, you have advantage on dex saving throws, and you gain an additional action. This additional action can be one attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object. Level 6 Evoker Wizards learn Sculpt Spells. Now when you cause a saving throw with an invocation spell like Fireball, you can choose a total number of creatures within the area to automatically pass the save. You can choose a total number of creatures equal to 1 plus the spell level. For your invocation spell, Lightning Bolt unleashes electricity from you in a 100-foot line. Each creature within the line must make a dex save or take 8d6 lightning damage. For your new spells, Gaseous Form transforms you into a mist for 1 hour while you maintain this spell. While in this form, your only movement is a 10-foot flying speed and you can hover. You have resistance to slashing, piercing, and bludgeoning damage, you are immune to the prone condition, and you have advantage on strength, dex, and con checks. You can pass through small openings but not through liquid. You also can't talk, manipulate objects, can't attack, or cast spells. Melf's Minute Meteors from Xanathar's creates 6 tiny meteors around you. For 10 minutes while you maintain the spell, you can fire these meteors with a bonus action, sending them out 120 feet. They then explode, and each creature within 5 feet of the impact zone must make a dex save or take 2d6 fire damage. Level 2 fighters receive Action Surge. You can now give yourself a free action once per short or long rest, but you can't cast spells with this free action. Tactical Mind allows you to use Second Wind with skill checks. Now when you fail a skill check, you can use your Second Wind to add 1d10 to the check. And good news, if you still fail the check, you don't lose the use of Second Wind. Level 3 fighters now have their subclass. Battlemaster, found in the player's handbook, is going to make you a vicious fighter. Student of War gives you proficiency in 1 skill from fighter and an artisan tool of your choice. For skill, grab Intimidation, and for the tool, take Alchemist supplies. Combat Superiority gives you 4 superiority dice that are d8s. You can use these superiority dice to perform special maneuvers that you can use once per turn. You regain all used superiority dice at the end of a short or long rest. You gain 3 maneuvers at this level. For your maneuvers, Parry lets you reduce damage you take from an attack with a reaction by spending a superiority dice and rolling it. Adding your strength modifier to the result, you reduce the damage by the total. Repose allows you to attack a creature that misses you with an attack with your reaction by spending a superiority dice. If you hit, you add the superiority dice to the damage. Pushing Attack sends one creature backwards after you attack them. By spending a superiority dice, when you hit with an attack, you can add the superiority dice to the damage, and then if they are a size category large or smaller, you force a strength save. The DC for this is based on your strength and not your intelligence like your spells. If they fail, they are pushed back by 15 feet. Your character level 9, bring your proficiency bonus to +4. Level 4 fighters earn another ability score improvement to cap off intelligence. You now have 3 uses of Second Wind and up to 4 weapon masteries. Level 5 fighters gain extra attack. You can now attack twice with a single attack action. Tactical Shift allows you to move half your speed when you use Second Wind, and this movement doesn't provoke an attack of opportunity. You're now character level 11. Firebolt, Chill Touch, and Shocking Grasp now deal 3 damage dice each. Level 6 fighters earn another ability score improvement, Bump Up Strength. Level 7 Battlemaster fighters receive Know Your Enemy. Now as a bonus action, you can discern if an enemy within 30 feet of you has any immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities. You can do this once per long rest or by spending a superiority dice. You also now have 5 superiority dice. For your new maneuvers, Evasive Footwork lets you spend a superiority dice to take Disengage as a bonus action, and then add the superiority dice to your AC until the start of your next turn. Commanding Presence lets you spend 1 superiority dice to add it to an Intimidation, Persuasion, or Performance check. You've hit character level 13, raise your proficiency bonus to +5. Level 8 fighters earn another ability score improvement, Cap Off Strength. Level 7 wizards now have 4th level spells. For your evocation spell, Wall of Fire causes a 60-foot long, 20-foot tall, 1-foot wide wall of fire to appear within 120 feet of you. When the wall appears, each creature in its area must make a dex save or take 5d8 fire damage. For 1 minute while you maintain this spell, the wall stays, and when you cast it, you choose one of its sides. This side radiates intense heat. Each creature within 10 feet takes 5d8 fire damage. A creature can pass through the wall, but will take 5d8 fire damage doing so. You can also make this wall a 20-foot diameter ring. For your new spells, Fear awakens true dread within weak mortals, creating a 30-foot cone from you. Every creature within the cone must make a wisdom save, or become frightened of you for 1 minute while you maintain the spell. They must now drop what they are holding and use their dash action each turn to escape you, only being able to retake the save when they break line of sight from you. Dimension Doors a 500-foot teleportation, taking you to a place you can see, describe, or visualize. If you teleport into something, you take 4d6 force damage and the spell fails. Level 8 wizards earn another ability score improvement. Let's get rid of that negative and place this into wisdom. For your evocation spell, Fire Shield engulfs you in fire or ice. For 10 minutes, you choose a warm or chill shield. A warm shield gives you resistance to cold damage, and you will deal 2d8 fire damage to any creature that hits you with a melee attack that is within 5 feet of you. A chilled shield gives you resistance to fire damage, and you will deal 2d8 cold damage to a creature that hits you with a melee attack that is within 5 feet from you. For your new spells, take what you want. You get 2 here, and we're good at this level. Level 9 wizards learn 5th level spells. For your evocation spell, Immolation engulfs one creature within 90 feet of you in fire, forcing a dex save. If they fail, they take 7d6 fire damage and are now on fire. For 1 minute while you maintain this spell, they must retake the save at the end of their turn or take 3d6 fire damage, ending the spell on a success. These flames can't be extinguished by non-magical means, and if they die from this spell, their body is destroyed. For your new spells, Teleportation Circle gives you access to a teleportation network. When you gain this spell, you know the location of 2 teleportation points on the world you're on, and you can learn more as you go. Taking 1 minute, you can create a temporary spot where you teleport from to the destination you wish. You can also create a permanent spot by casting this spell each day on the same spot for 1 year. Far Step is an upgraded version to Misty Step, but it is 60-foot teleportation with a bonus action, and you can maintain this spell for 1 minute to teleport each turn with a bonus action. You have reached the final milestone, character level 17. Your proficiency bonus is now +6. Firebolt, Chill Touch, and Shocking Grasp now deal 4 damage dice each. Level 10 Evoker wizards gain Empowered Evocation. Now, when you deal damage with an evocation spell, you can add your intelligence modifier to the damage. For your new evocation spell, take what you want. For your new normal spells, Control Winds from Xanathars creates a 100-foot cube out to 300 feet from you. For 1 hour while you maintain the spell, you control the air within the cube. When you cast this spell, you choose an effect, like causing massive winds to hinder movement, making ranged attacks at disadvantage, disadvantage or throwing creatures around within it. While active, you can use your action to change the effect, pause the effect, or restart the effect. For your next spell, take what you want. You also get a cantrip here, have fun choosing. Level 11 wizards receive 6 level spells. For your evocation spell, Chain Lightning unleashes pure electrical power. Targeting one creature within 150 feet, 3 bolts of lightning arc from them at 3 different targets of your choice within 30. Each target must make a dex save or take 10d8 lightning damage. For your new spells, Investiture of Wind, found in Xanathar's, unleashes the fury of a tornado. For 10 minutes while you maintain the spell, you gain a flying speed of 60 feet, ranged attacks have disadvantage against you, and you create a tornado within a 15-foot cube out to 60 feet from you. Each creature within the area must make a con save or take 2d10 bludgeoning damage, and if they are a size category large or smaller, they are pushed away from it by 10 feet. Summon Fiend summons a night creature to fight for you. For 1 hour while you maintain the spell, you summon a fiend that takes the form of your choosing from Devil, Demon, or Yugala. This form chooses its abilities, and the creature is utterly loyal to you. Our final level is level 12 wizards, and you get our final ability score improvement, and now you can take epic boon feats. For this boon, Boon of Fortitude adds +1 to your con and then increases your maximum HP by 40. Also, now when you regain HP, you regain additional HP equal to your con modifier once per turn. For your final spells, have fun choosing. You get 3 at this level, 1 that is evocation and 2 of any school. Now that we've hit level 20, let's recap. Your stats are Strength 20, Dex 12, Con 14, Intelligence 20, Wisdom 10, Charisma 10. Your total class levels are Fighter 8, Wizard 12. Let's dive in. Let's make this short and sweet. You're a damn monster. Your total health, taking the averages, is over 220 HP. You can summon monsters to fight with you, unleash storm force winds, burn everything to the ground, electrify your enemies, frighten people, and just beat the tar out of them. You can climb any surface, fly, heal yourself, go invisible, and teleport. Downside. Firstly, your stats. Dex is only +1, which means your AC is 14, so you'll be using shield and evasive footwork a lot, and your initiative is +1, so you'll need Gift of Alacrity to help. Your con is +2, which means 220 HP is only the beginning, though it's amazing for a spellcaster. And of course, Wisdom and Charisma add nothing to their rolls. All of this is pretty manageable, except for Dex, so wear some damn armor. You have the Spellcaster's Curse, Concentration, which is standard for spellcasters. You will have to think about what you're using, but you'll probably get used to only having signature spells, so it doesn't matter. Finally, and this is the least important thing, your fists aren't magical, but damn will they hurt. In all honesty, this is a big bad template. Take a standard D&D vampire and give him levels in wizard, and you have a creature that will give Strahd a run for his money. I'd like to give a special shout out to my Artificer tier. Thank you John Martin, Christopher R. Hunter, Java Squirrel, Matthew Denz, and Jonathan Haynes. You guys rock. Make sure to like and subscribe to not miss a single new build each week on YouTube and Spotify. And make sure to check out my Patreon where you can help decide next week's new character.